Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is not just for entrepreneurs. This podcast is for anybody who wants to go forward and accomplish their dreams, their goals, whatever it is that they desire out of life. This is episode 330. 330 episodes of Mogul Motivation. We just gonna keep on rolling. Right now in Chicago it's cold. My kitchen pipes are frozen. This happens usually almost every year, but this year, we just wasn't prepared, and we acted a little slowly on it. So as a result, the kitchen pipes are frozen right now. Got to keep the drip on, got to keep the heater under the cabinets to warm it up, and eventually it'll thaw out again. But the kitchen pipes are frozen because outside it's cold. It's about, let me see, it's literally 1 degree outside. It's 1 degrees outside in Chicago, Illinois right now as I record this podcast. It was snowing earlier this week. It's going to be more snow this weekend is projected. The elements have set in of winter, right? And when it's winter time, I hate having to leave the house. Like, I hate it. Like, I haven't left the house in about 2 days. Like, real talk. I haven't left the house. The car has stayed put. I started, I warm it up, dust the snow off, all of that. But I do not like leaving the house in the wintertime. The snow is pretty, it's beautiful to look at, to take pictures of, but when you gotta actually go out there and work, when you gotta go out there and run errands, I don't like it. I can't stand it. I don't like driving in certain elements, and snow is one of them, especially when it's heavy snow, because people can't drive, people don't know how to drive, they still speed, think that that the snow isn't going to stop them, that black ice doesn't exist. It's dangerous, and I really don't like it personally. That's just my personal opinion. When it snows, when there's a heavy thunderstorm, when there's heavy rain, these are elements that could impede your driving, right? When you're driving, you're trying to get to your destination. It don't matter if it's around a corner. It don't matter if it's 30 minutes away or an hour. The elements can impede your driving. It can cloud your clarity. You can't see where you're going. This is how life is. You're an entrepreneur. You're a dream chaser. You're going after your business. You're trying to accomplish a goal. It's always going to be elements that you cannot control that's going to cloud your vision, that's going to slow you down, right? If you're a Black American, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a dream chaser, some of those elements that you can't control are racism, right? Racism has existed for centuries, and it's going to put things in place to keep you down, to slow you down from getting to where you want to be. Capitalism, racism's cousin, right? Yeah, you're an entrepreneur, you're in business to make money, of course, right? But let's just keep it real. We're only trying to make money because money is an object. If money did not exist, none of us would be having to fight as hard to survive and have basic essentials and have freedom and have luxury and have peace that we are striving and fighting for. We wouldn't have to do all this if capitalism and money did not exist. But racism, capitalism, frustration, people not supporting you, the people who you thought that would support you, that they don't support you, right? All of these things and many more are elements that you cannot control. These are elements that are put in place to keep you down. The principalities of this world, the evilness, the maliciousness of everything that we are fighting against will try to keep you down. They will cloud your vision, your clarity, slow you down on your path. But where there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way to get to where you want to be. I'm trying to get you to understand this. This is not no cliche bullshit that I'm talking about. This is the facts. Where there's a will, there's a way. And where there's a will, there's always going to be a will. You have willpower, ladies and gentlemen. What does willpower mean? It means that despite the elements, the rain, the snow, racism, capitalism, haters, frustration, depression, anxiety, fear, despite all of these elements, some that we can't control, some that we can control, what you absolutely can control without a shadow of a doubt is your will, the fact that you will continue to go forward despite everything that's coming against you. You can still go forward. And what does that mean in a practical term? It means that when you wake up in the morning, you may be depressed. You may be frustrated. You may have anxiety about what happened yesterday, about what happened last week, about your current state. You may be broke. You may be defeated. You may feel defeated, that is. Let me correct myself. You may have all of these emotions, but when you wake up in the morning, you can make a conscious decision to say, you know what? I'm going to still do something that's going to benefit me and going to benefit my dreams and my goals. Even if that means reading a page out of a book. Even if that means doing a little something just to get my business going. Even if that means posting something on social media to let people know I'm still here, I'm still in business, and I'm still doing what I got to do. Even if that means praying, even if that means meditating, even if that means taking a nap. You still have the control of your will. And guess what? When I said taking a nap, sometimes you got to pull over in those storms, whether it's rain or snow. Sometimes you got to pull over and let the storm subside just a little bit. Taking a nap ain't a problem. Resting ain't a problem. You got to do something for you so you can continue to have fuel to go forward and you don't run on E. You have willpower, ladies and gentlemen. And that power comes from God. That power comes from your faith. That's your fuel. You have willpower. So yes, it sucks that racism exists. Yes, it sucks that capitalism is a burden and a barrier that we are trying to fight against while still trying to survive within the midst of it. Yes, it sucks that people don't believe in you. Yes, it sucks that you've been denied and denied and denied. Yes, it sucks that you took 1 step forward and 5 steps back. Yes, it sucks, but you still have the ability every time you wake up, every time you have breath in your body, every time you have an idea in your mind, you still have the ability and the control, the will to go forward and continue to drive towards what you want, to continue to go towards your destination. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. The facts of the matter is, this world, the principalities, they want you to believe that it cannot happen. They want you to believe that it is impossible. I'm not going to tell you it's easy because it's not. It should be easy. Everything should be peaches and roses in a perfect world, but this ain't a perfect world. This is an evil world. This is an ugly world. This is a nasty world, a malicious world. This is a world that's intent on hurting you and keeping you down. So because of that, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, but they want you to think that it's impossible. It is not impossible. Nothing on this earth is impossible because as long as you have faith, as long as you have that confidence in yourself, that conviction that what you are doing is right and the direction you're headed in is the right direction, you will get there, but you have to continue to do something every single day to drive forward. You have to continue to hold that wheel, to steer that wheel and go forward. But here's the kicker though, and here's some better news after that. Sometimes you might not even be the one controlling the wheel. Sometimes it might be Jesus taking the wheel, right? Sometimes it might be your faith taking the wheel. Sometimes you might be riding shotgun, just ghost riding. Sometimes you might just be chilling and you don't even know it. That's the beauty of it, because I remember times in my entrepreneurial journey, I thought I was in control. I thought I was doing something right. I thought I was the one that had to navigate through the storm myself. But the entire time, I got blessings after blessings. And the reason why I got those blessings because I wasn't in control the entire time. I wasn't the one on that steering wheel. I wasn't the one driving this vehicle. I wasn't the one behind everything and fueling this journey. It was my faith that was doing it. So you have to understand that you are not alone on this drive to success. You are not alone on your journey. You are not alone as you go through all of these elements, the snow, the rain, the storms, racism, capitalism, hating, despite all of that. You are not alone. It's your faith that's with you. It's the people that really believe in you that are with you. Just like I talked about my grandma on another episode recently. It is the ancestors. It is those who came before you, those who are watching over you, that are with you on this journey. I talk a lot about spirituality and religion on this podcast because I can't deny that I'm a Christian man. I can't deny that the reason why I am where I am right now is because of God. I can't deny that. And it's not because some white man told me to. It's just the facts, ladies and gentlemen. It's because of my personal relationship. I cannot ignore it. And I would be remiss if I said spirituality is not a huge part of your goals, of your dreams, of your career, and of entrepreneurship. Because when you do good, when you are striving to do better for yourself and for those around you, your family, your community, great things will always come about it. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Where there's a will, there's a way. Despite all of those elements that's coming against you, and where there's a will, there is a will that you are controlling. And sometimes, even when you're not controlling it, whether you know it or whether you're too tired to control it, your faith will control that will. Your faith will get you through this storm. Your faith will get you to where you need to be. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Whether it's wind, thunder, lightning, rain, sleet, snow, doesn't matter what elements are against you. It doesn't matter what's going on around you as you're building this business, as you're going after your dreams, as you're trying to advance your career. It does not matter. what's against you. What matters is what's with you. What matters is what's pushing you. What matters is that every day you wake up, you are not going to throw in the towel. Even if you got to rest, that don't mean you throwing in the towel. It means you just pulling over until something passes. And then once it passes, your faith going to take that wheel and you going to get to where you're trying to go. So if this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always. Number one, leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you next week.